The door is complete. I let the chalk paint dry for a couple of days to make sure that it had time to cure. So I ended up using a 320 grit sandpaper. And, I was on the fence about whether or not I should actually try to distress this. But I was a little disappointed after I applied 2 coats of chalk mineral paint. The coverage was so good. It covered up so many imperfections. And that's what I really loved about this old 73-year-old door. It had a lot of character, in my opinion. There was some bare wood, some of that off-white paint that was really roughed up. So I kept going back over and over to where the hinges were, where the doorknob was, where there were some grooves in the wood, and I just kept sanding and sanding until I had it to my satisfaction. I ended up going over the little inset panels because they were just perfect green, and you couldn't see all the little grooves and nicks in the wood. So again, I just kept going over it time and time again until I got it to where I liked it, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. Here's a few tips. I took my vacuum and went over it and got all the paint dust off of the door. And then I had heard that baby wipes were a great thing to use to get rid of everything else and clean it up. So that's what I did, and they did work great. This is the first round of sanding. I felt like it could use just a little bit more taken off, like where the hinges were. So I got out some more sandpaper and a block and went back to it. And now I am way more satisfied with the way this turned out. I just think it shows a lot of the character of the old door. It was not a fancy door, but it was kind of unique in its own right. So I feel like now, like especially here where the grooves were, they were completely filled in with paint, and I thought that was one of the things that gave it a little character. The upper hinge, I got it sanded down a little bit more so that some of the wood is exposed. Very happy with the way it turned out, and now I am ready to set up my little workstation.